It's another Mike and Mike's off-air podcast. Your friend Mike O'Neill afternoons on the new My 97.5.
And Mike Pesto with you as well. We've got stuff today, which, and I know you've got something you want to get to as well. Before you get to that, though,
yes,
can I just tell you, say something again, really quick?
Something.
Anything. A little bit more?
Check. 1, 2, 1, 2, testing.
I can hear you now. And I say that because I don't know if you saw the Facebook Live video that I went with earlier. I have, and this hasn't been documented by Guinness yet, but I'll go ahead and say it. For an adult, the world's smallest ear canal.
Oh, man.
Both of them. When I was a kid, I had ear tubes in my ears. And there were plenty of times I would go to school, and with wax buildup and with other things as well, my friends knew on days when I couldn't hear very well. And they would ask me the next day, "You couldn't hear us yesterday, could you?" Nah, I couldn't. But I kind of faked my way through the day enough that I could kind of make my way through it. This morning when I woke up, my wife tried flushing my ears out last night with the hydrogen peroxide, with the ball syringe.
Yeah, I've got that.
Instead of getting the wax out, it pushed it all in.
Perfect.
In fact, when I just got back from Quick Care, and I told them what my wife tried to do. He's like, never, ever use ball syringes to get wax out of your ears. It's just a terrible idea. I'm like, thank you very much. Good to know.
I agree on the surface of it, but the kits that you can buy, the first part of that is you put drops in your ear and you wait 15 minutes and it melts it all. Mm-hmm. So then when you ball syringe, it just washes out like sludge.
Well, I'm just telling you what a trained professional told me, and they told me, at least with my ear canals, don't ever do it. So they got this big actual syringe, and they filled it up with a combination of hydrogen peroxide and warm water, flushed that out with a little tray under my ear, and sure enough, cleaned it out, paid my copay, and now I can hear again. So
nice.
It was so weird this morning having headphones on. And it's perfectly balanced between the left and the right. It sounded like 3/4 of the sound were coming from one half of my head and very little on the other side.
I understand. I got to do what I just described every couple of months for that very reason. I got a lot of earwax. Hey, now that you can hear well, how about those Dodgers?
I knew you wanted to go there at some point.
Man, what a great Saturday. It ended just the way we wanted. No team kicked any team's butt in that World Series. That was two evenly matched teams, and one just got a great double play at the last part of the game, the last of the 7.
And there have only been 3 or 4 Game 7s in World Series history that have actually gone to extra innings. And I think, if I saw correctly, this was the longest one. Usually, the other ones have ended in 10 innings. When the Cubs won, my team, in 2016, it went into extras, but it ended in the bottom of the 10th. And same deal where the Cubs won in the other team's ballpark. This was the case where the Dodgers won in the Blue Jays ballpark.
Well, it was happy days, and I wore my Dodger T-shirt yesterday, and it was pretty cool. Hey, I've got one for you.
Yeah.
Now, I forget why this came to me. I think it was because I was watching this dopey infomercial, and I was sitting there watching and thinking, who in the whole world would ever buy this thing, whatever it was? But I was wondering, infomercials, have you ever purchased anything off of an infomercial? And more importantly, did it live up to the hype that was presented on TV?
I don't believe I have. Back when QVC was a bigger thing than it is now. I don't even know if QVC is still around or not.
It is.
There are times when they would have the sports card collecting aspect of it, I would watch a little bit. I even got tempted enough to even try to find the phone number. I'm like, no, what are you doing? There are enough card places around here. If that's a legitimate collectible, you can find it by some other source, by some other means. They're trying to build up the hype. Because it's on TV, it adds more credibility to it. So I've come close. I don't think I ever have, though.
It wasn't a TV one, but it was a Facebook one for me. This gorgeous Christmas ornament that looked really beautiful. It was a Santa husband and a Santa wife, and they were kissing, and something like, Merry Christmas for a year.
Okay.
And it was with 34 for us, and it was gorgeous. It would look like it would hang on the tree. Little ceramic, it looked like. Cost $30. I sent away for it. It came. It was a card this big with a stamped on it, and I was like, Mike, it was a Facebook ad. You know those are all BS. What are you doing?
From a guy who your job is to do commercials for it, and ours are legit. You have to know when it gets to a national thing like that.
But it looked so good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, on a flat screen, and you've got a flat ornament.
Yeah. And, this thin, and I'm going to hang that. I threw it out. Anyway, that's, you're smarter than me so far then.
That did remind me, though, do you have any ugly Christmas sweaters?
Oh, God, many.
Okay, I don't have any.
I even have a Stranger Things one.
I have seen that one. I bring that up because in fact, I know you have your meeting with our program director tomorrow. I have mine today. I have planted the seed because of a Facebook ad that I saw, and it's the time of year for it. Mariah Carey has officially said it's time.
Yeah, but the seven octaves above the rafters.
If you see on Facebook now, they have ads for ugly Christmas sweaters you can put your company's logo on. I thought, how cool would it be?
I would wear that all day.
If we had either staff shirts that were ugly Christmas sweaters with the station logo on it, or giveaways when we have the toy drive coming up the first weekend in December. Come by, donate a toy, and we'll give you, while supplies last, an ugly Christmas sweater with the new My 97.5 logo on it.
I'm just selfish enough to hope they're staff sweaters because I think that's a great idea.
As long as it's not just a picture of one.
No. Yeah, flat on a cardboard. No, that's a good idea.
So have you heard about Ron Daly, the guy from Selma who was missing for 20 days and was found?
No, I somehow missed that one.
Yeah, he was numbered 1 or 2 yesterday with my big 3 because he was found. I had mentioned him again this morning because he's talking a little bit more about what happened. He's home now, recovering at home, but for 20 days, he had this 14 days worth of food. He was hunting deer.
Oh, okay.
And so he's out in the wilderness hunting, and you knew he was going to be out there for a while, and apparently knows the area where he was well enough, too well in this case, because he ended up going down a trail. He thought, okay, I can just go down this trail for a little bit to get back to where I am now. Okay, where the heck am I? I'm officially lost.
Wow.
And was out there in the wilderness, was found by other hunters, but again, well after his food supply had run out. I'm not sure what he did. Maybe this will turn into a Netflix special or something, but have you ever gotten lost somewhere in the wilderness? Not in a car, obviously, in this case, but
I did that last night trying to drive home. It's great being older. No, I not lost, but the Boy Scouts, a million years ago, our pack, for whatever reason, they didn't go camping, around Lake Success, with the restroom right over there. And we went like up to Joshua Creek. Out, we just went out, and we dug latrines and we used them, and we were out in the middle of nowhere. And I remember me and my buddy went out on a hike, and we were out a little longer than we intended because we got turned around pretty good.
Okay,
but we were able to compass it right and figure out how to get back. But it took longer than either one of us were proud of, and it was a little nerve-wracking for a minute.
At any point, did you honestly think, okay, there are a lot of ways this could end, and some of them bad, or were you reasonably certain with your ability with the compass and everything else? Okay, is this a temporary setback? We will get back to where we belong, or we will be found very shortly.
Yeah, I didn't get terrified, but we got nervous for a minute because we really didn't know where we were for a minute. And we really had to sit there and go, okay, we started at, and that was this way, and had to do the compass math. And and we got, thank you, God. So,
a couple years ago, as a birthday present, we went up to Waxahachie Lodge, I think it is. So right there at the top of Sequoia National Park. And we got up there. The whole thing was, my wife, my kids know, I am a kid when it comes to snow. I grew up in the Midwest. For me, winters are not the same without it. It's gotten to the point now here in the Valley when we have foggy day school schedules. I start thinking, it's Christmas time. And it's a little depressing for me from a guy in the Midwest who used to just love looking at Christmas lights glistening off the snow. So
Tule fog doesn't have the same glow, does it?
It's something, but certainly not the same thing. So my wife decided to surprise me one year and take us up there. And it was one of those years we had very little rainfall to that point. So we got up there, and there is a patch of snow here. and the passenger snow there. But the first night that we spent up there, we spent 2 nights up there. It snowed overnight.
Good.
So when we woke up, there was a winter wonderland. And I thought, this is so cool. Let's go for a little hike.
And you put the first footprints on it, which probably saved your butt if I think I know where you're going with
Well,
this.
no, because we legitimately got lost with the kids. There were markers on the trees to let you know that you're on a trail because it didn't look like one. As we're walking, there was another group that was with us. Well, they went a certain way, and then we followed the path a different way. It looked like it branched off. So we followed that for a while, and then my daughter was the one looking ahead for the next marker and the next marker. And, Daddy, I don't see the next marker. Oh, well, you're probably just, let me check. And, oh, yeah, I don't see another marker.
Out of marker bounds.
And my wife looked at me, and I looked at her, and we had that terrorized look on our face like, oh, crap, what have we done? This is how stories like this begin.
We don't know where we are. There could be bears right around that big tree over there.
Exactly. So having those thoughts in our head as the parents, but also not wanting to stress out our kids because our daughter was already freaked out at that point. So we tried doubling back and couldn't find our way that way. And I just thought, okay, you have a very good sense of direction, which I do. So I just, give me a minute. And I kind of looked around, got my positioning. I mean, I think we should head this way. And everyone was like, no, that's not a way that we've been. We don't, trust me, let's just go this way for a little while. For 20 minutes there, we had no idea where we were until we finally came across another spot that we remembered. And then
I remember this rock. I remember this tree.
But for 20 minutes, I was sweating bullets thinking they're following me at my direction, at the one in charge, and I don't know for certain that I am taking us where we need to be going.
That would have been nerve-wracking. Yeah,
so it
worked out.
Can't imagine in his case. I mean, this is an area that he knew very, very well.
Not to mention, up that high, there's zip cell service, so you're not calling anybody.
And he literally calls it miraculous that he was found. In fact, here's a quote from him. And the whole story is online at my975fm.com, a link on Facebook. ABC30 did a great story on it. Said, I made a promise to the Lord. I go, Lord, I won't kill no more of your animals. Because, again, he was out there hunting. I'm done. My wife said, no more hunting. I said, honey, that's not a problem.
Yep. Meat store still open. We're good.
So if nothing else, some deer will see some brighter days as a result of him getting lost for 20 days.
Well, that was that's a long time, man. I bet he was ready to order some pizza when he got home.
Sure he was. All right, last thing I want to bring up. Do you know who Jonathan Bailey is?
By name?
Yes.
Not necessarily.
Okay, I'm going to show a picture to you, Mike O'Neill.
No, I don't.
Do you recognize him at all?
Do I?
Take a nice hard look.
I don't think so.
That is People's 2025 Sexiest Man Alive.
Really?
So, if you're not familiar with the name, Jonathan Bailey first came to us in 2020 as Lord Anthony Bridgerton in Netflix's Bridgerton. Never saw it.
Never.
So, I get why I don't recognize him from that. I did see Wicked, though, and I will be seeing Wicked for good. He played Prince Fiero in Wicked.
Okay.
But I
know the character.
As an actor, you, especially in that particular production, nobody looks the way they actually looked. I'm pretty sure you've mentioned that you saw Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, yeah.
He played Dr. Henry Loomis
Okay.
in that. But again, he doesn't look a lot like, again, the picture of him here. So now does he look familiar, remembering him in any of those roles?
Sorta.
But and that's my point.
I still don't know who he is, really.
And I brought this up this morning. Is this where we are now with People's Sexiest Man Alive 2025? They always go with household names. People that you mention the name and you immediately have a reaction, whether it's a Ryan Reynolds or a Ryan Gosling or
back in the day, Burt Reynolds. Gee, you think that was kind of a no-brainer that year.
And it's names that people have been around long enough, you have opinions on. Now, your opinion might be, not the direction I would go. Your opinion should never be, I have no idea who the hell that is.
Exactly, and that's where we both are. Not good for him. But
Well, great for him.
But
this is a great publicity thing.
I do a feature every day where I end it with similar to your looking at the day.
Okay.
I end with
What we
three,
celebrate.
Oh, yeah, I end up with 3 birthdays and 3 celebrities. And the older I get,
You don't recognize him anymore.
it's like there are the young celebrities coming in. Most of the new celebrities are famous for one thing and go away. There are few celebrities that become multiple, younger celebrities that become multiple and hang around, and it's just funny.
Maybe for our
I
purposes,
recognize less.
Maybe for our purposes, with our memories at this point, and where we are on the spectrum of young, middle-aged, retired, and then pick out your tombstone, is no longer birthdays, death anniversaries.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to celebrate that. I just need a few more recognizable younger celebrities to pop up so I can be like, oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah,
give me another Ariana Grande I can relate to.
The funny thing is, with Jonathan Bailey against Sexiest Man Alive for 2025, we just saw Jurassic Park Rebirth because they just made it available on Peacock this past weekend.
Good movie, but from left field for that series.
Yeah, I saw that he was in it, and I had to look up. Was he the doctor at the end that the lead? I'm blanking on her name now.
That's the only one
That she was kind of flirting with a little bit.
I knew who that was.
Yeah.
But everybody else was like, oh, okay. No Chris Pratt in this one.
No, and I think Chris Pratt has been a Sexiest Man Alive. Are we just getting? Is it? And I'm wondering now: is it just us that we're not aware of who this is, or is this truly a pick that's a bit of a departure for them, and that it isn't someone who is a household name for everybody?
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that in my case, I'm considerably older than them, and it's not when you. Not that I was ever in the running, but if you're ever in the but when you're out of the demo, who cares?